Wondering about future housing inventory predictions? We're talking predictions out to 2027. Also on today's show, why boomers are fueling apartment rentals instead of millennials, and a push to entice people to boomerang back to New Hampshire. Let's cut to the chase.
Welcome to Cut to the Chase with Jen and Dan. My name is Dan Ferullo, and my co-host Jennifer Freed is here with me as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. So this is episode 23, I believe. 23. So thanks so much for tuning in the week after Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a phenomenal holiday and were able to spend time with their family and friends.
Yeah, absolutely. And keep those likes on our podcast pages on iTunes and Google coming, and comments on YouTube channel, all of it, keep them coming. As soon as we hit 1,000, we'll be doing a raffle for a $50 gift card from Amazon, because as you know, it's now shopping season.
That's true. Hopefully we'll get those 1,000 likes before shopping season's even over.
I know, while you're clicking, just,
just
you and all your friends, all friends and family, just, like it on up.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have today, Dan?
Alrighty, so economists are saying more inventory is coming, but who is going to buy it? So apparently we've been hearing a lot in the past couple of days. Even I've just noticed like a flood of emails from like Realtor.com and Realtor Magazine and Inman.
Yep.
They're all just talking about baby boomers are going to be starting to sell off their homes, and they're expecting through 2027 that 9 million residences are expected to come to the market through 2027, which is 1 in 8 owner-occupied homes. So I guess when we do our door knocking, 1 out of 8 should list with us in the next 10 years.
Yeah, here's the trick though. A lot of them are going to be in communities that are traditional retirement communities like Arizona and Florida.
Yes.
However, Maine and New Hampshire are the two most aged states in the United States. So I have to believe...
And there aren't a ton of retirement communities here either.
Right, so I have to believe it's going to extrapolate out here just by nature of the population that we have.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because we do have a significant number of like 55 and older communities, but still, I would say that the majority of people aren't living in those communities.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. So, I mean, we've been dealing with a housing shortage for ever since I've been in real estate, and it's been a little bit before that as well. So, and you know, they've been talking a lot about a shift in the market, and I think that this is kind of what's going to bring on the shift. That it's not going to be, I mean, the market isn't going to be bad. We're still going to have a good real estate market. Home prices are still increasing. But we're just going to be moving into more of like a normal market, or more of a buyer's market, rather than such a heavy seller's market, which is just the natural cyclical cycle of real estate, right?
Yeah, this article's interesting. They did say that the generations that in theory would be moving into all of this inventory might be less equipped to financially absorb all of that, because the households are less likely to own a home because of stagnant, salaries since 2000, and because there's more debt burden, especially from, educational debt and even just cost of living debt. Yeah. So it's going to be something different than we've seen before. So I'm excited to see how it shakes out. Again, I feel like some of the national trends we're a little bit insulated from here.
I agree.
Right? So some of the talk is, well, with all this inventory, let's say Florida, Arizona, those are not peak areas where the young workforce are looking to work, right? They're not areas of high-tech innovation, et cetera, and those are the hot job markets right now. So, we'll have all these empty houses. Here we have such a diverse number of career opportunities, and just on the seacoast alone, people work all the way down to Boston. They work west, Nashua, Manchester, Concord, and north to Portland, plus with, telecommute these days, not to mention all the different industries we have here, everything from the shipyard to, major insurance companies. we're job insulated because we're so diverse, but we're also still a popular retirement destination, but we're not club retirement.
Right.
Sorry, Arizona and Florida, certain sections of you are club retirement. So, so it'll be interesting how this trend shakes out here. We also couldn't ever build all those communities because we don't have the space. We just don't have the land. We already have what we've got for inventory. So if something new is coming in, it's something old came down for all intents and purposes. So I'm really curious what's going to happen. I hope that, the influx of people selling their homes means, more opportunities for people that are looking for more family homes here, maybe going from starter homes into larger family homes. I'm hoping there's opportunities there.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I wonder too, though, that there might be more of like a redevelopment in those areas where it's all the retirement communities and man-made lakes. Like maybe they will take those out and build more hipsterbia stuff like we had talked about a couple weeks ago, like more urban enclaves that have like shopping centers and stuff like that are attracting the people that that are still out there to buy.
Or change actually lift the 55 plus.
Exactly. Or that too. Yeah. And make it a little bit more open to others. And I mean, who knows what will happen here, but I'm just thinking, there will also be those people who are retiring that have always had it in their dreams to head down to Florida or Arizona or something like that. So I think that there will still, even though, I think it says in the article, and I agree that it's going to be an incremental change. It's not going to be like people are going to be flooding the market with 9 million homes.
Right. I don't think in this area. I think what buyers are really looking for is they're looking for when are we going to see some price relief. And I think even if half of all of the aged population started putting their houses on the market in the next, let's say, 5 to 10 years, those homes still have the market value that they have.
Yep.
And there are still so many people in need of those buildings. I don't think that having even an extra 20% more would really make prices drop, because I think more people would decide to shop. I don't think that that's going to actually drive prices down. I think we would need way more inventory.
Yes, absolutely.
Than is possible in New England itself, and significantly more buyers. And so buyers would have to be perceiving these prices are so fantastic, I gotta get in now, and I just think it's gonna be these little tiny shifts, and so we're not gonna get this onslaught of buyers, so all the sales prices are gonna stay nice and healthy. So I think there'll be more choices, but I don't think we're gonna see a ton of price relief, which is good for the people selling.
Absolutely. Although I did see another article, which we're not covering today, that is talking about with the decrease in the mortgage rates, that we're going to have a flood of new buyers that are coming in the next couple months. So
they can be shopping, but
they don't have,
these folks are ready to relinquish.
Houses are not going to be less.
Yeah, they need to relinquish these homes. They need to be ready for their downsize.
Exactly.
So
all right.
Let's switch generations. So let's talk.
Well, no, this one actually kind of talks a little bit on the same the same line, why boomers, not millennials, are fueling the urban apartment surge. So the gist of this article is basically saying that they're building lots of high rises and they're marketing to millennials, but the people who actually really can afford them and who are actually surprisingly wanting to live in these high rises in an urban area are the baby boomers.
Yeah, and this is a hot topic. Most of you know that I'm based in Dover, New Hampshire, and there's quite a lot of new construction for luxury apartments, and it's really a polarizing topic about town. Some folks are saying, well, we already have plenty of $1 million houses here anyway. There's plenty of businesses that support, high incomes, and we have a train that goes straight down to Boston. So people that are looking to have a great and easy, basically almost like a Manhattan amenitied apartment, where they do nothing, and they even have a dog wash station, all of that kind of stuff, like a home office suite that you can, sign out. Those amenities, like there are people that work in Boston that are going to live up here for the cost of living, to which that is a really great deal. The other side of that coin is retirees may really enjoy selling their large family home and spending the vast majority of their time in a building like this and then doing all their travel.
Right.
Of course, what folks are upset about is that what's not being built is the affordable apartment kind of stuff. Exactly. So again, if the millennial population is not demanding, I don't know what the official term would be, workforce housing or affordable housing. It probably depends on what town and which population, but we're forgetting that the luxury stuff isn't just for, folks who are working. It's also for retirees. Yeah. So
I know, and I hadn't even actually thought about that. Like I would think more that and it's what they're saying, that it's advertised as like that the younger generation because of what is around it, but I mean it also makes sense that then you don't have to drive everywhere, so you don't have to worry about you're in an elevator building, so you don't have to worry about climbing upstairs, a one floor apartment. Lots of different benefits, I think, for those people who are going to be starting to sell their larger homes and not wanting to worry about all that.
Yeah, and the chief argument is, well, who makes these salaries that can afford rents that are at this price point? And it actually is a lot of people who aren't on a salary anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And we are forgetting that. But
right.
Yeah, that's one. The boomers are buying these luxury apartments or renting them.
Yeah, so the urban population growth, young adults between 20 and 29 years is 4.7 million, and empty nesters 55 to 64 years is 10.3 million. So more than double the population of the older generation are moving towards these urban centers where there is where there are these high-rise buildings and stuff like that. So I guess it really just I guess it is not just a millennial thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're even saying in terms of growth, 20 to 29-year-olds in urban population, 4.7 million, but 55 to 64-year-olds, 10.3 million growth. Yes, and I just zoned out. So Claude,
it's fine.
Claude is
fine.
gonna.
It's fine.
Jen
clearly wasn't listening to me, but it's okay.
Well, what I thought you said was the 2007 number up here. So we're looking the same article.
Good. We are definitely talking. I mean,
I'll have Claude edit it for the podcast.
No, please don't edit it. I don't want it edited. We make a mistake here and there. It's okay.
It's all right. Well, anyway, there's a.
It's a good point. It's
number.
a good point. So that's all that matters. And also, I think we notice around here that where there are not quite as many rentals, that the millennial. This article is saying that. Apartment that millennials and baby boomers are like looking for the same types of things in apartments, and around here in the seacoast, they're looking for the same things in houses too. They're looking for those like $200,000 to $300,000 houses, because if they do want to have a house, they don't want to have that big McMansion that they had for years.
Exactly.
They want to kind of be in a more cost-effective living situation. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So. Yeah, great article. It'll be interesting to see what the next step is.
And you get double your statistics on that one.
And double the statistics, exactly.
All right.
Oh, I love that. That's great. All right, and next, boomerang or bust. So the push is on to lure back natives who left New Hampshire. So I guess they're going to be putting up some. They're trying a soft sell to the younger generation who come back to New Hampshire for the holidays, and during Thanksgiving is really the time that most people, tomorrow, which is Wednesday, which is when we're, to the day before Thanksgiving.
Stay, work, play, New Hampshire.
Travel day of the year. So they're going to be trying to push out, hey, why don't you come back to New Hampshire? There may be some things here that you are missing.
Yeah, the group, it's Stay, Work, Play, New Hampshire. They're going to be everywhere. So the idea is folks grew up here, they left, and they wanted to come back. And again, back to article number 1, state's economy has the second oldest and getting older population. They actually need more workers to move here. And they think a great population to entice are the people who grew up here, but have not come back yet. And they want them to come back and not live in their parents' basements. So they want them to have some great job opportunities. And so, yeah, Boomerang back to New Hampshire is the idea.
It is. And they're trying to, they're going to be putting up things in the airport, things in some breweries, because people go out with their friends. The New Hampshire Association of Realtors is also backing the effort to, to try to not revitalize, but strengthen the housing economy as well. I personally, I left for a few years and ended up coming back. And New Hampshire really is a place that you don't really appreciate until you do live somewhere else, because it really is a very, I don't know what the right word is.
Well, it's unique.
It is a unique
It has a tremendous character. It's a state with a lot of character, and small perks down to large ones. Honestly, it has some of everything you could want.
That's true. It does.
The most peace and quiet you could ever have, but just look at Portsmouth on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Like everything you could want to do.
You're close to the beach, you're close to the mountains, you're close to Boston, you're close to Portland. So yeah, there's certainly are lots of benefits to being here in the Seacoast area of New Hampshire, or just anywhere in New Hampshire, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a pretty big trend.
Well, we had talked before about New Hampshire being one of the states that people are moving towards. Millennials are moving.
Yeah, millennials are moving here, and part of it is there's people are afraid that the workforce will decline, and if the workforce does decline, because so many people are aging, that employers aren't going to want to keep their companies here because it'll be too challenging to have workers working here. So Maine also has a comparable organization, Live and Work in Maine. So both states with the two most aged populations are actively trying to help companies out by enticing people to work here. So I think last year Maine signed up more than 30 businesses to just kind of support in the verbalization of the effort. So they wanted to triple that this year. So Thanksgiving through December, Thanksgiving through December is the big push for that. So a good smattering of age-related articles.
Yeah.
And duplicate points.
Well, hey, don't.
This is bashful host Jen.
Oh, Jennifer, it's all good. All right, well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning into episode 23 of Cut to the Chase.
Happy shopping if that's what you're up to this week.
Oh gosh, yes, get that holiday shopping ready because Christmas is just around the corner.
Or pour that cup of coffee, put on your slippers, and
do it all
click,
online.
click.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah, me too.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.